Okay, welcome to another episode of Black Atlas Goings On. My name is Kenny, aka Black Atlas, and today we are doing another recipe in the Ninja Foodi. Today we are going to be doing shrimp and grits. So, as normal, we are going to go through the ingredients one by one. Then we are going to go through these steps one by one. So, I will be right back with you with these ingredients. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over these ingredients. We have 3 cups of water. We have 1 cup of grits, or you can also use coarse ground cornmeal. We have 3 teaspoons of kosher salt. We have 16 frozen uncooked jumbo shrimp, peeled and deveined. And then we have the juice of 1 lemon. We have 1 teaspoon of olive oil. We have 2 garlic cloves, peeled and minced. We have 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Then we have a 1/4 cup of butter sliced into 8 pieces. Then we have a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. And then for garnish, we have fresh chopped parsley and fresh sliced scallions. So let's go ahead and get these ingredients moved to the side, get the Ninja Foodi over here, and then we're going to start going through these steps one by one. Okay, so we went through all of the ingredients. Now we're going to go through those steps one by one. So, step number 1 says, pour a 1/2 cup of water into the pot. That's done. Step number 2 says, place the grits, 2 teaspoons of salt, and the remaining 2½ cups of water into the Ninja multi-purpose pan or an 8-inch baking pan. So I don't have the Ninja multi-purpose pan. I have an 8-inch baking pan. So we are going to go ahead and pour the grits. We are going to pour 2 teaspoons of salt. The 3rd teaspoon is over there. Then we are going to put the remaining 2½ cups of water in. And then it says stir to combine. So let's get that stirred. Okay, that is well combined. Next it says place onto the reversible rack, making sure the rack is in the lower position. Reversible rack. Lower position. And we'll turn it this way. And it is on there. Then it says, place the rack in the pot. Assemble the pressure lid, making sure the pressure release valve is in the seal position. And then we are going to select pressure. And set it to high, and then set the time to 4 minutes. And select start stop. And now that is going to build up pressure. And then it says, while the grits are cooking, place the shrimp in a medium bowl and toss with the lemon juice, olive oil, chili powder, garlic powder, pepper, and remaining salt. Coat thoroughly and then set aside. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, so the next step says, while the grits are cooking, place the shrimp in a medium bowl. Here we are. And toss them with the lemon juice, olive oil, garlic, chili powder, garlic powder, pepper, and remaining salt. Coat thoroughly and set aside. Okay, so here are the shrimp. They are coated and set aside. And it says, when the pressure cooking is complete, allow pressure to naturally release for 10 minutes. Then after 10 minutes, quick release the remaining pressure by removing the pressure release valve from from seal to vent. And then carefully remove the lid when the unit has finished releasing pressure. So I will see y'all in a little bit once the lid is off. I'm not going to have y'all watch me do all of that. You've seen me do it in other videos. So I will see y'all once it's time to go to step 7. Okay, here is what the grits look like. They're still pretty jiggly. And so the next step says to stir the butter and cheese into the grits until completely melted. Let's go ahead and get that done. Smells amazing. Nice and creamy. The butter's almost all melted. And then I'll go ahead and put this cheese in there. And that was a 1/4 cup of butter cut into 8 pieces. 1/4 cup of butter is about a half a stick of butter. And then here is a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. And that is all melted and incorporated. And then the next step says, lay the shrimp on top of the grits and close the crisping lid. So let's go ahead and get the shrimp on top of the grits and then get this back in there and get the lid closed, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay, there we go. The shrimp is on top of the grits. So let's go ahead and get this put back in there. And then it says close the crisping lid. Then it says select bake roast. Set to 375 and set the time to 10 minutes. And select start stop. So we will see y'all in about 10 minutes when the cooking is done and I have pulled this all out. See you soon. Okay, so the shrimp and grits are out of the Ninja Foodi. So I am going to, if you can see it, actually, I can see the glare from the sun coming in the window. It looks like that scene in The Lion King. Everything the light touches is our kingdom. So I'm going to get this put into a more presentable dish. Then we will go ahead and get that taste test in for you. So I will be right back. Okay, so we are back. We have it out of the pot and in a more presentable dish. I'm sure you've seen the thumbnail. So that is what it looks like, and it looks and smells delicious. So let me go ahead and get a spoon and get this taste test in. I will taste the grits first, then I will taste the shrimp. That's nice. It's nice and buttery. You can taste the cheese in there, the salt. It's got good flavor. I really like the grits. All right, let's go ahead and go in for the shrimp. The shrimp are cooked good too. This has actually turned out really well. And keep a little secret, this is my first time having shrimp and grits together. Yeah. So, turned out really well for my first time. I like it. With that being said, this has been Shrimp and Grits in the Ninja Foodi. And my name has been Kenny, aka Black Atlas. And whew, that is delicious. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to do any of those, but it helps out the channel a lot. And if you try this recipe, let me know down in the comments below. And until the next one, I'll catch y'all on the flip side.